If you're new to gardening, here are 10 mistakes that you don't have to make. I'll tell you what to do instead. And even if you've been gardening for a while, I still have some tips for you too. I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden. My garden is in Mesa in the low desert of Arizona. I want to help you succeed, even if you're gardening in tough conditions. Number 1, thinking you have to have all the right things to start a garden and that there is only one right way to garden. Use what you have. Don't be afraid to get started. A container or two is a great way to begin. You may have great native soil and not need raised beds. A soil test is an inexpensive way to see if you can grow right in the ground. Number 2, feeling like you have to learn everything all at once. Gardening is like learning a new language. You don't have to know everything on the first day. Skills like starting seeds indoors are different than outdoor gardening. Focus on learning what you can. Start small and build on what you learn. Number 3, following advice meant for other climates. Things like planting the wrong varieties for your climate or planting at the wrong time. If you're not sure when or what to plant, reach out for help. Ask questions. Find local gardeners. Find local resources like your extension office, local nurseries, and even Instagram. Each climate has distinct benefits and challenges. The key is to maximize your area's benefits and understand and adapt to the challenges. Number 4, not taking the time to understand the sunlight patterns on your property. Use an app to help you figure it out, or use containers or grow bags for the first year to get an idea of which locations in your yard receive morning sunlight throughout the year. Learning how much sunlight each area receives will help your garden be successful. Mistake number 5, not learning about crops before you grow them. Take a minute to learn about the different types you want to grow, whether they do best planted from seed or transplant, how big they get, what pests you can expect, and the best time to harvest. My website has over 100 crop-specific articles that will give you everything you need to grow that specific type of crop. Number 6, watering mistakes. Most gardeners, and new gardeners especially, overwater. Not only does this waste a valuable and expensive resource, but it's also bad for the plants. Check your soil before you water to make sure that you're giving your plants the water they need and not too much. Signs of underwatering are things like crispy leaves and dry soil. If you see those things, it's definitely time to water. Otherwise, take the time to make sure your plants really need it before you give them water. Number 7, not giving crops the support they need. Many crops grow best when grown vertically. It's usually best to put a trellis in place at time of planting. That way you're not disturbing the roots and those plants have something to climb right away. Plants grown vertically will grow better, be healthier, and produce more. Number 8, over-fertilizing. It's so easy to just dump lots of fertilizer into the soil and think you're doing something good for your plants. All that fertilizer is actually too much and can be harmful to plants. Instead, focus on feeding the soil. Add compost at the beginning of each season. And add vermicomposting bins to your beds. Those worm castings are the best way to fertilize your garden. Number 9, not harvesting and eating what you grow. I see this all the time. Grow things that you like to eat. Learn the best time to harvest, harvest often, and enjoy the farm-to-table, locally sourced, homegrown food. Don't let all that garden goodness go to waste. And finally, mistake number 10, not spending time in your garden every day. When you make the choice to start a garden, it's a new lifestyle. Take some time out of your day to spend in your garden. By being in your garden every day, you can catch problems when they're small. If you're not in the garden, small problems easily become large and hard to handle. Make gardening part of your daily routine. You'll love it. Here's a bonus tip. Try not to freak out when you're gardening. There's going to be bugs, there's going to be dead leaves, plants are going to die, and that's okay. It's part of the process. Stay calm, Don't reach for a spray bottle every time you see a bug or feel depressed if your plant dies. It's part of the journey. You'll get better with each season and your garden will grow along with your experience. Thank you so much for watching. Still unsure about getting started? My channel has lots of videos that will guide you every step of the way.